Hi everyone. Let's see how much SQL we can show you in a short amount of time. I'm sure you're already aware that SQL is it's a querying tool that can be used on databases. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's start here with the select statement. So right here we've got the select star from accounts overview. So what this essentially means is we want to select everything from this accounts overview table, and this is it here. This is it when it's run. Okay, so let's take a look at let's have a look at something else. So let's say let's start with the distinct func statement, and let's say we want to distinct the primary currency. So this is now only going to return all of the unique primary currencies in the table. There'll be no repeats in here. It's a good way to find out some information very quickly if you don't want it all repeating. Okay, we can bring back to our select, and now let's take a look at the where statement. So basically what I'm saying now is I want to only show me information where, and we could say the country, where the country equals, let's say, Russia. Okay, and that's only going to return everything that's currently in Russia. Okay, and we also have the and we could say and allow promos equals true. So now that's only showing me anyone from Russia, and they have promo set to true. As you can see here, these are all Russian, these are all true. We can now, so go back to our select statement, I think, and let's do a order by. Okay, so we can see the spend in this column here. Let's order this. Let's order by the spend. And by default, it goes in ascending, which is ASC, if you need to know. And it can also go by the descending value. So you start with the biggest number and it works down. Okay, so let's also now do an update. So let's go back to our original. Let's use number 1 as it's nice and easy. So what we can say is we can update account overview, and we want to set the spend field equal to let's say 1 million. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, but we need to now tell it we want to update record 1. So this is where our where statement comes back in, and we can say customer code equals 1. There we go, and you can see 1 row affected. So if we go back to our select statement again, there we go, it's now set at 1 million. Okay, now let's take a look at the min and max. So we can say select the min from spend from accounts overview. So that's the minimum value. Okay, and we can also look at the max. It might be our 1 million. Yeah, it's our 1 million. That's how that works. Okay, let's go back to our select again. Account overview. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to delete a record. So what we're going to do, we're going to spell properly. We're going to delete from account overview where, let's say, customer code 1. Yeah, customer code 1 equals 1. So what this is going to do now, it's going to go down, it's going to find this where clause, customer code equals 1. And we could really drill it down a bit more, and we could say, and the country, we could say the country equals Haiti. Okay, so if we run that now, that will 1 row affected. Okay, so that number 1 should be gone now. So let's take a look at that. Account overview. Okay, customer 1 has now gone. Very important with the delete that you really specify what it is you're trying to delete, because you can very easily delete the whole table. Okay, so let's go back to the where statement, and in this time, instead of saying where a field equals something, let's say where the country is like. So we would use the like term when we're not too sure the whole what it is completely, what it is what we want to return. So in this case, I could search in RUS. Okay, and we just append it on the end there with the %sign. So what it's going to do now, it's going to find anything that starts RUS and anything afterwards. Okay, obviously that's going to be Russia. Okay, if we change this out and we can say that, so it says at some point within the string, there is an A. It doesn't matter, but it has to be after the first but before the last. Okay, so this is everything with an A in it. There are other ways you can do it. You can also add in the underscores to show the spacing of when the A would occur as well. Okay, let's take a look at the what should we look at next? The in function. So let's select account from the account overview, and let's say where the country code is in. So basically what the in function is going to do is a bit like the where you would say where country equals Russia. But in this case, say I want to know Russia and France. Okay, so let's say, but we'll go for country code here. So we'll say the country code RU, and we want to see everything from CN as well. Okay, so we put it in brackets, we separate them out, and then we separate them with a comma. Okay, everything Russia and China now. Okay, okie doke. And let's also look for a between statement. Okay, so let's say this will work well on the spend field, so let's do the spend field. So we say where the spend is between, let's say, 2,000 and 6,000. Okay, so that's all the values between 2,000 and 6,000. If I change this out to my 1 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, it's everything in here. Very good. So what we got now, we can do an as well. So let's say, let's jump over to this part, select star from accounts overview. So in this example, there's not many columns. It's quite easy to look at, but it's very easy to have tables that run for columns for ages and ages. And you just don't want to see everything. So in this case, we could say we want to see the custom code. We want to see the country. And we want to see the spend. And we want to see the allow promotions. So that's what we've done now. That's all we've pulled back out of this table. Sometimes column names aren't very descriptive. So so what we can do here, because it's not very clear what spend is in this case, let's say spend is actually the total. And what we can do is we can rename these column names. Because obviously not everything is very clear sometimes in tables, especially if you've got a database full of hundreds of tables. They end up following codes rather than like logical names sometimes. Okay, and we can make this 2 words, so we can say total spend, which have to make sure we append it here. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, so now we've got total spend just there, and you can do that across all of these if you wanted to, not just that one. Okay, and let's take a quick look at the joins. So what we can do is we have this table here and we have another table as well. Let me open up another one, and let's bring up this one. So this is the other table. This is the table that holds all the customers' credit card types, their numbers, their first name, their last name, and if they've used this card in the last 6 months. And as you can see here, there's customer codes here again. Okay, and that's how we're going to link these together with the customer code. So what we'll do is here, let's say we want to join on that table. So let's left join on the account card details table. Okay, and then we need to tell it what to join on. So in this case, we're going to join on the customer code, like we said. So we can say where the customer code equals the customer code. So I've done this for an important reason. This is going to fail. What's going to happen is going to say it's ambiguous. This is because we have a customer code in the account card details, and we have customer code in the account overview. So what we have to do here is we have to specify which account code we are talking about from what table. Okay. So let's just do that, and let's say that's the card details. Okay, so it's matched all the information now, as you can see. So now we can see customer code, whoever, and we can see all their information and what they've done. Okay, so what a left join is going to do is going to bring all the data. It's going to show all the data from the left table and match it to the right. Okay, so if I change this to a right, we would expect to see a null up the top here. Okay, and that's because in the customer card details, that customer 1 still exists because we only deleted customer 1 from the account overview. Okay, so what we can do now, we can also do a full join. So what full join is going to do is going to bring back both tables. It doesn't matter if it finds a match, it's just gonna cram them both in there. Okay, and we can also look at another statement. Let's look at the group by. So let's say we wanna sum up the spend. Okay, so let's say sum spend. Okay, and let's also select the country, and let's see how much. Sorry, let's see how much each country spends. That might be a very useful one to use at some point. So let's group that by the country. Okay, so now what we can see is we've summed up all the spend for each country, and it's broken down that way as well. So it's very easy now to go through and you can see what country has spent what. Okay, and that's just a quick overview into how easy it is to pick SQL up, and I hope this helps. If there's any questions, please drop it in the comments. Try give me a like and a subscribe if you're feeling good, and have a good day. Thank you.